Hello and welcome back to FPL Experts, your guide for the Champions League fantasy for the 21 and 22 season. The UCL Knights return this Tuesday, and I hope all of you might be experimenting and transferring in players that could return big. So before we move on to the team selection, I'd like to run you through some of the basic and pro tips that will help you secure a good rank. So let's get started. Most important thing is the bench in UCL fantasy. I've seen a lot of managers who do not pick playing players for the bench. That is a big disadvantage here. In UCL fantasy, you are allowed to do substitutions during match days, so transfer in players that are in the playing 11 to place on the bench so that you can make substitutions with low scoring players the other day. First of all, unlike the Premier League fantasy, you do not have to make transfers early. The deadline is exactly when the first game kicks off. So hold on to the transfers until the lineups are announced, that is usually 1 hour before the game kicks off. Bring in the players from starting 11 that you want. Now each week you will be given limited number of transfers until the round ends. For example, after match day 1 starts, we will get 2 transfers till round of 16. So your focus on these transfers should only be the next 2 fixtures. The captaincy armband is an extremely vital element in UCL fantasy. Choose your captain very carefully and choose the captain from the team who plays first. You can then switch the captain armband to another player during substitution window if your previous captain scores less. This is pretty much it as far as the tips go. So let's dive into the team selection for match day 1. Here is how the team could line up for match day 1. So starting with the keeper first, I've downgraded Mendy to Yassine Bono from Sevilla. This is pretty much to free up the budget. Sevilla has an easier group as they are a strong defensive side and they do enjoy a number of clean sheets in La Liga too. Bono generated 19 points last season. A major change in defense since the last video, I have taken out Ta for now. Wan-Bissaka from United replaces him. Wan-Bissaka is not really an attacking threat, thus he is in for the clean sheets. United has got some easy fixtures in the group. Chelsea wingback Reece James is a cheaper option than Ta, who provides attacking returns too. He crosses the ball in pretty well and is clinical in shots too. Araujo is just a budget pick. There was news of him being in the starting 11. I can't expect a clean sheet from him against Bayern, but he can pose a threat during corners. Moving on to the midfield, I've included in Paul Pogba, who has registered 7 assists so far in the Premier League. United looks to be in form and Pogba is one of the major assets they have. The Egyptian winger Mo Salah scored 63 points last season. The winger is in form and completed his tally of 100 goals yesterday in the Premier League. He's a premium midfielder who plays as a winger for Liverpool. Bellingham from Dortmund and Musiala from Bayern are the 2 youngsters. In the 4 games Bellingham played this season, he scored 1 and assisted 1. Last season he had a total tally of 32 points. Jamal Musiala on the other hand has scored twice and assisted 2 in 4 games. As Gnabry is now injured, it's highly likely that he will start the game against Barcelona. In the forward line, I'll start by talking about Lukaku first. The Belgian giant has now joined Chelsea, but that hasn't had any impact on his form as he continues to score goals. The forward had 25 points with Inter last season. He has scored 3 goals in 3 games for Chelsea so far. Erling Haaland is in need of no introduction. He's a must-have asset for the UCL fantasy. His tally of 52 points last season speak a lot. The Norwegian also won the Forward of the Year. The third forward is the mid-ranger winger from Barcelona. He looks the most threatening in Barca's attack currently. You might think I have him against the mighty Bayern, but Bayern can concede as they are not defensively very strong. You can of course invest in forwards of your choice such as Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski, Mbappe and Neymar. As there are unlimited transfers, you are free to choose the forward you like. Lukaku of course will hold the armband for now. He plays tomorrow first. In case he fails to score more than 1, I will quickly change it to Haaland. Make sure that you subscribe the channel if you love the content. I will post the final team an hour before the deadline on my Twitter handle. Link is in the description below. This is it from my side. Thank you for watching FPL Experts.